Good morning, dear students. Today we will start a new topic called circle in two-dimensional coordinate geometry. In the last class, we completed straight lines, including a pair of straight lines, and today we are going to start circle. So, as we always start with a definition, so let's understand what is a circle. You see, all of you are aware of what is a circle because circle is a topic what we started learning since our 8th standard or so. So you know what is a circle, but today what we will do, we will see circle from a coordinate geometry point of view. We will start finding the equation of circles in coordinate geometry, all these things. But as we are going to do this thing, better to start with that what is circle. From our day-to-day observation, we know that a marble tied to the end of a string and rotated by 360 degree describes a circular path that we all know. Now, if you look into this this observation that a marble is actually tied up, okay, and about a fixed point. Okay, so what does it mean? It means is that suppose the marble is at this point. So let me show you. So suppose this is the position of the marble, and this is the position of a the point about which the rotation takes place. So that means if I tell you something like this, that this is the marble, and this is the point about which rotation takes place. Point about which rotation takes place. So now let us define that position of the marble by point called P, and its coordinate we call x comma y, and point about which the rotation takes place. Let's define this as the point C with coordinate alpha comma beta. Now, if you notice, dear students, that the point C is fixed, but point P is actually moving in that circular path. So then, if we make this thing, so as we all know, that CP is nothing but the radius of this circular path, correct? And we all know the radius of a particular circle is always constant. So then what we get, if we define that length of the string be R, suppose we define that length of the string be R, then what we can say? We can say is that CP is equal to R, right? That means what? That means square root of what is CP? From the distance formula, that means x minus alpha whole square plus y minus beta whole square is equal to R. And from here what we can say, dear students? We can say x minus alpha whole square plus y minus beta whole square is equal to R square. And this is nothing but the equation of a circle with center having the coordinates alpha comma beta and R the radius. Correct? So see how easily we are able to form an equation of a circle. So this circle, as I was telling, is the equation of a circle with center at the point alpha comma beta and radius r. So how you define the circle then? A point moving in a plane such that its distance from a fixed point is always constant, described a circle. The fixed point is called the center and the constant distance is called the radius. So let me put it from the study material and keep it here, dear students. So what we see, a point moving in a plane, okay, such that its distance from a fixed point, that fixed point is known as the center of the circle, is always constant. Okay, the distance is constant, always constant. So the fixed point is called the center of the circle and the fixed distance is called the radius of the circle. So dear students, so circle is having two attributes. Whenever we say a circle, what are the two attributes? The first attribute is that what its center, means coordinate of the center. And the second attribute is that what is the radius. Without having two, we cannot determine the circle uniquely. For example, if I say a circle, suppose if I say a circle something like this, okay, now if we know its center as fixed, okay, but it could have different radius, so we can determine this circle only we know these two things properly. The first one is that the center and second one is that radius. Both things are we need to know. Suppose we only know the radius, then we can have another circle, okay, with the same radius but in a different position where the coordinate of the center will be different, correct? And also if we know only the center, we can have many concentric circles. For example, we can have a circle something like this, okay, just a minute. Means what I'm telling is that concentric circle, that means with the same center, okay, it is not a concentric circle. So what I wanted to mean is that hey, I'm facing little difficulty to draw that one, but you understood what I'm meaning about it, that concentric circle. So if I draw with a freehand drawing, so it is something like this, okay, with the same center C, but with a different radius. Suppose here the radius is r dash. So why two attributes are different is important is that one is center and one is the radius, is that without having these two attributes, we cannot represent the circle uniquely. Now what we are going to discuss, dear students, is that we are going to find the circle in equation of circle in different forms. The first one what we are going to discuss is the circle with center at the point h comma k and radius as a. So how it will be? So it will looks like something like this. So let me first give the note. So circle with center at the point h comma k. So if we and radius a units. So how the circle will looks like? The circle will looks like something like this. If you see, and it's centered, suppose C, denoted by C, and its center is at the point h comma k. h comma k and having radius a units, that means this is a. Then what is the equation? The equation of such circle is x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to a square. This is the equation of the circle. Correct, dear students? Okay. Now, if we move that that center from the point h comma k to 0 comma 0, that means if we make it as a center with at the origin, then what will be the equation of the circle? If the circle particular case is that okay, particular case, and in this case what we see is that the equation of the circle is center at the origin. Equation of the center circle with a center at origin and radius a, it should be something like this, that x square plus y square equal to a square. Correct? I hope you agree to me, because in this case, in this equation, okay, what we are applying, h is equal to 0 and k is equal to 0, because in this equation if we apply h is equal to 0 and k is equal to 0, what we are going to get? We are going to get the circle with center at origin. So that implies this implies what? This implies x minus 0 whole square plus y minus 0 whole square is equal to a square. So this implies x square plus y square is equal to a square, and that's what we have obtained here. Correct? Now, the next point what we are going to discuss is that general equation of a circle, and which is very important, dear students. Okay. So, to understand the general equation of a circle, let's first see what is the equation of a circle with center at alpha comma beta and having radius r. Okay. So, let me take to the next page and the general equation of a circle, and you will spend some time in understanding different cases. So what I'm saying is that the equation of a circle with center at alpha comma beta and radius r is what? We know by this time what is this equation. The equation of a circle with center having coordinate alpha comma beta and a radius r is nothing but x minus alpha whole square plus y minus beta whole square is equal to r square. Now, dear students, let's expand it. If we expand it, then what we are going to get? Then we are going to get x square plus y square minus 2 into alpha into x minus 2 into beta into y plus alpha square plus beta square minus r square is equal to 0. Correct? Now, if you look into this equation, that is x square plus y square minus 2 alpha x minus 2 beta y plus alpha square plus beta square minus r square equal to 0. And we can say this equation is in the form of, let me use in the different color, that is x square plus y square plus 2 into g into x plus 2 into f into y plus c is equal to 0. Okay. So this is what I wrote in the blue color, dear students. It is the standard equation of a circle. Okay. So also you can say this is a general equation of a circle. What is that? What here g, f and c are constants. Correct? Now, if you look into this, equation, that this is known as the standard equation of a circle or general equation of a circle. So this is known as, let me write it down, dear students. This is known as the standard equation of a circle. Standard equation of a circle. Now, if you make a correspondence analysis with you know with the previous one, what we see is that G is equal to minus alpha and F is equal to minus beta. Correct or not? G is equal to minus alpha, and we see that F is equal to minus beta. And what is C? C is equal to alpha square plus beta square minus R square. So from here also, what we can say is that, from this standard equation, if we simplify, if we look into it further, that x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c. So what we can write is that we can write x square plus 2gx plus, here we are writing g square. Sorry, let me write properly, g square. This is one thing. Plus we are writing y square plus 2 into f into y plus f square. Then plus c was there. Then what we did, we included g square and f square. So we should subtract this minus f square minus g square. That is equal to 0. That is equal to 0. So from here, what we do, dear students, is that this implies x plus g whole square plus y plus f whole square is equal to g square plus f square minus c. Correct? So what we can see is that, this standard form now we are able to write is that x minus of minus g whole square plus y minus f whole square is equal to square root of g square plus f square minus c complete whole square. Now, if we look into this equation and the equation what I wrote initially, that x minus alpha whole square plus y minus beta whole square is equal to r square. So what I wanted to mean is that what I initially wrote, I wrote x minus alpha whole square plus y minus beta whole square is equal to r square. So now, if we make a comparison of both these equations, dear students, if we make a comparison of both these equations, this equation and this equation, what we are going to conclude? So that means what I'm saying is that this equation and this equation, if we make a comparison, so what we get is that we get G is equal to, or the other way I can say that alpha is equal to minus G, beta is equal to minus F, and R is equal to square root of G square plus F square minus C. And this is an important observation, dear students. What is the observation? The standard equation of circle, what you see, that x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0, okay, is having two attributes as we discussed. The circle is having two attributes. So x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0, having the center at the point minus g comma minus f, and having radius square root of g square plus f square minus c. So what we see, dear students? we see is that the standard form of standard equation of a circle. So if we write here standard equation of a circle, that is x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0 is having center at minus g comma minus f and radius square root of g square plus f square minus c. Let's take an example so that we'll understand very clearly. Okay. So, for example, if we get an equation, let me write that equation in different color. Suppose I write it in, this color. Suppose we have been given an equation like this: x square plus y square minus 16x plus 4y minus 32 is equal to 0. So this is a general equation of a straight line or standard equation of a straight line, correct? So from here, how we can find its center? So for that, we need to represent that equation in little different, little standard, proper form. So what is that proper form? X square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2 into minus 8 into x 2gx plus 2 into fy. That means f is 2 into y plus c plus of minus 32 is equal to 0. So from here to we understood what is the center. So from here we can find the coordinate of the center as minus g minus f, that is 8. From here if we find minus g minus f 2g, so 8 comma minus 2 is going to be the center of the circle, correct? So what we get, the center of the circle as 8 comma minus 2 because minus g minus f. And what is the radius? Radius equal to square root of g square. G square means minus 8 whole square plus f square, that is 2 square, minus c minus of minus 32, correct? And if you find it out, so this is becomes square root of 64 plus 4 plus 32. So that is equal to, you will find 10 units. Okay, dear students, so this is the way we can find, from the standard equation of a circle, okay, we can find the radius and the coordinate of the center. Now, there are some important remarks that I'm going to make it, okay, because that remarks is coming from that, the radius g square square root of g square plus f square minus c. As you see, the radius is square root of g square plus f square minus c. So from here, we are going to make some important remarks. So, and that is actually coming from the radius, g square plus f square minus c. And what are those? That I'm going to discuss now. The first remark, what I wanted to mean is that, dear students, that if g square plus f square minus c is greater than 0, Then the equation 1. What is the equation 1? Let me write the equation 1 here, dear students, for your convenience. That equation 1 is that x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. That is our equation 1. I'm just writing it here once so that you can, you don't need to, I don't need to shift the screen. If g square plus f square minus c is greater than 0, then this equation represents a real circle with center at minus g comma minus f. If g square plus f square minus c is equal to 0, this equation 1 represents a circle whose center at minus g comma minus f and radius 0 unit. That means the circle coincide with the center, so it represents a point minus g comma minus f, isn't it? So that becomes just a single point, okay, with coordinate minus g comma minus f. So what I say, dear students, if you find equation something like that, x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0, in which g square plus f square minus c is equal to 0, you can conclude that equation represents nothing but a point with coordinate minus g comma minus f. That is the second one. Third point says that if g square plus f square minus c is less than 0, the radius of the circle is imaginary, because what is the radius? We know square root of g square plus f square minus c. Correct? So if g square plus f square minus c is less than 0, then that means negative number. So square root of a negative number is imaginary. In this case, there is no real point on the circle. So it is called a virtual circle or imaginary circle. Now, dear students, let's look into the general equation of circle or the standard equation of circle once more. What are those? What is that equation? X square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. Correct? As you see it here. Now, x and y are variable. That is the different coordinates on the circumference of the circle. But what are the g, f and c? These are real numbers. So if you vary g, f and c, you will get different circles. So to find the circle uniquely, you need to have the values of g, f and c unique. So that means what? The circle is dependent on three unknown parameters. What are those parameters? G, f and c. So to determine the circle uniquely, we need to have three conditions given. From these three conditions, we can form three linear equations. We'll see later, okay, using GFC. Suppose there are three unknowns now, G, F and C. So with one equation, you cannot solve it uniquely. With two equations also, you cannot solve uniquely. With three equations, you can solve uniquely. Not always, but most of the time you can solve uniquely. And what are the cases where you cannot find solution? For that, you need to look into some other video lectures when the system of linear equations are inconsistent and have no solution. That is a different topic altogether. So I hope you understood. So what I wanted to mean by the point 4 is that dependence of the circle on three unknown parameters. The equation that x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0 contains three unknown quantities x, g, f and c. I repeat, dear students, the equation x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0 contains three unknown quantities g, f, c. Hence, for determining the equation of a circle, three conditions are required. Now, as we understood this thing, okay, let's go to the next one, that is called the general equation, general equation of second degree. So general second degree form also you can say. So if you recall that, we discussed during the pair of straight line discussion, what is the general equation of a second degree. So from there, we are going to devise this, formula. and the relevant conditions that general equation of a second degree to qualify to be a equation of a circle. What is the general equation of second degree? If you recall, dear students, ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. Dear students, you maybe in the initial few days you may take some time to remember this general equation of second degree, but it has a huge significance as long as our two-dimensional coordinate geometry is concerned. Okay, starting from pair of straight line, we discuss this thing in details. Then in circle, we are going to discuss. Then in the conic section, when we will discuss parabola, ellipse, hyperbola, we will all see that general equation of second degree is having its prime importance. Now, this general equation of second degree, represent a pair of straight line, can represent a circle, can represent a parabola, can represent an ellipse, can represent a hyperbola, but based on different conditions. For example, if you remember, just as a just a knowledge, just to cite whatever we have discussed earlier, under what condition this general equation of second degree represents a pair of straight line? So the value of this determinant, if you recall, I'm just writing, after that I'll strike it off. The value of this determinant a, b, c, f, g, h, f, g, h has to be 0, if you recall. This was the condition so that this general equation of second degree represent a pair of straight line. Now, what we are going to discuss is that what is the condition that this general equation of second degree represents a, a circle. Okay. So first one is that the first condition has to be satisfied is that the general equation of second degree, x square plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0, where a, b, c, f, g, h all belongs to the set of real numbers, will represent, say, circle if this will represent circle if the three conditions hold true. First one is that coefficient of x, coefficient of x square should be equal to coefficient, let me write properly, coefficient of y square. That implies what? That implies a should be equal to b. That is the first condition has to be satisfied. And second condition to be the coefficient of xy should be equal to 0. Coefficient of xy should be equal to 0. That implies what, dear students? That implies h has to be equal to 0. And the third condition is that, square root of g square plus f square minus ac, g square plus f square minus ac should be greater than equal to 0. Okay, so these are the conditions to be satisfied in order to have this general equation of second degree represents a circle. Okay, dear students, so now we are going to solve a couple of problems together, and I will appreciate if you also open your notebook and do this problem along with me. The first question I'm going to give it here, dear students, and let's solve together. Okay, the first question what you see, dear students, here is that as you see, find the equation of the circle with radius 5 units. Find the equation of the circle with radius 5 units whose center lies on x-axis and passes through the point 2, 3. So now how to solve this equation? Now let's, a radius is 5 units and the center lies on x-axis. If the center lies on x-axis, so its y coordinate has to be 0. So let the center, so let me write properly. So let the coordinate of the center be, h comma 0, because its y coordinate will be 0 because it is on the x-axis. And as the radius of the radius is given as 5 units, so this implies what? Equation of the circle. Equation of the circle is x minus h whole square plus y minus 0 whole square, that is equal to 5 square. Correct, my dear students? That is equal to 5 square. Now, according to the question, this circle passes to the point 2, 3. So that means if this is the equation of the circle, if we give an equation 1, so this equation must satisfy 2, 3. That means if we apply x equal to 2 and y equal to 3, this equation is going to be satisfied, correct or not? So that implies what? As, so I'm writing it here, as the equation 1, as the equation 1 passes through, the better wording should be as the equation 1 is true for x equal to 2 and y equal to 3, we get, what we are going to get? X minus h, that is 2 minus h whole square plus 3 minus 0 whole square is equal to 25. So let's simplify. 2 minus h whole square should be equal to 25 minus 9. That implies 2 minus h whole square is equal to 16, that is 4 whole square. Let me write properly. Sometime in the digital board it gets improper. So this implies what? This implies 2 minus h is equal to plus minus 4. So if we consider, this implies 2 minus h is equal to 4 or 2 minus h is equal to minus 4. So if we consider 2 minus h is equal to 4, so h becomes, minus 2. And if we consider 2 minus h is equal to minus 4, so h becomes 6. So what we get, dear students? We get two different values of h. So that means what? As we understood, the center is at the point h, 0. So there are two centers. So the coordinate of the centers, so coordinates of the center are what? One is minus 2, 0 and another one is at 6, 0. And both are having, both are having of, radius 5 units. So how it is possible? Let's look into it. Let's visualize it. And then we will understand that why three information is important to determine the equation of the circle, uniquely. Okay. So, so let's represent that circle. Let me use a different color to represent that one. Suppose let's use the blue color. So this is x-axis, and this is origin. Now minus 2 comma 0 will be a point somewhere like this, and 6 comma 0 should be a point something like this. Okay, and both are passing through the point 2 comma 3. How it is possible? You can construct a circle something like this. Okay, and another circle something like this. Though it looks like very bad, as long as the circle drawing is concerned, but you understood what I wanted to mean, right? So this is the point 2 comma 3. This is the point 2 comma 3 with that, if we name it as the circle C1, and this is circle C2. So circle C1 is having center at minus 2 comma 0, and the circle C2 is having center at 6 comma 0. Both are having radius of 5 units. Here also 5, here also 5. Okay, and both passes to the point 2 comma 3. Correct. So this is the way we derive this particular one, but we are not able to find the uniquely. So that means what? We can find two different equations of circles. So what are those two different equations of circle that we have not derived yet, right? So that we can derive it now. So if we apply h is equal to minus 2 comma h is equal to minus 2. So from this equation, what we are going to do, from this one, let me use a different color. So from equation 1, what we are going to write? We are going to write x square minus 2 into h into x plus h square plus y square is equal to 25. So that means what? That implies x square plus y square minus 2 into h into x plus h square minus 25 equal to 0. So let's apply h is equal to minus 2. We got two values now. If we apply h is equal to minus 2, what do we get? X square plus y square. So plus 4x plus 4 minus 16, that is equal to minus 21. So this is one equation of circle. Okay, and the another equation of circle that we can find it here, dear students, by applying h is equal to 6. So what is that? X square plus y square 6. So that means minus 12x plus h square 36 minus 25 is equal to 11. So plus 11 equal to 0. So this is another equation of the straight line. Sorry, it's not straight line, circle. So you can define this is in the circle C1 based on the diagram, and this is the circle C2 as those circles have been drawn here in the blue color. I hope it is absolutely clear, dear students. You understood each and every point here. Now the next point what we are going to discuss, next question what we are going to discuss is something like this, and let me show you. So here the question is, if the lines x plus y equal to 6 and x plus 2y equal to 4 are diameters of a circle which passes through the point 2 comma 6, find the equation of that circle. So let's give a visual representation of that circle. Okay. If the lines, so what is a circle? So let's construct the circle something like this. Suppose this is a circle, and suppose this is the center of the circle. There are two lines. If the line x plus y equal to 6 and x plus 2y equal to 4 are the diameters of the circle. So we know the diameters of the circle intersect at where? They intersect at the center of the circle. For example, if we draw the first line x plus y equal to 6 in the green color, so it will be something like this. Okay. So suppose this equation is x plus y is equal to 6. And the another equation, dear students, is that I'm writing it here in the, sorry. And here the equation is that x plus 2y is equal to 4. Now their point of intersection is at the center. So how to find the coordinate of the center? Just by solving these two equations, dear students. X plus y equal to 6 and x plus 2y is equal to 4. This is a solution to the system of linear equations in two variables, which you have studied in your 9th standard. And if you solve it, then what is the value of x and y you are going to get? You are going to get the value of x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 4. Just a minute. X plus 2y is equal to 4. X is equal to 8. I made a mistake here. 2, 6 that the circle is passing through. X is equal to, we get 8. And y we get as minus 2. Okay. Now, so then we found the coordinate of the center as 8, minus 2. Now, what is the, it also passes to the point what? 2, 6. Suppose this is the point, 2, 6. Suppose this is the point 2, 6. So then this becomes the radius r. So now finding the equation of the circle is very easy. So the required equation of the circle is, the required equation of the circle is, it will be x minus 8 whole square, correct, plus y minus of minus 2, that is y plus 2 whole square, is equal to the distance between the point 8, minus 2 and 2, 6. And if you find the distance between 8, minus 2 and 2, 6, that will be something like this, 2 minus 6 minus, 2 minus 8 whole square, that is minus 6 whole square, plus 6 minus minus 2 whole square, that is 6 plus 2, 8 whole square. So from here, what we are going to get, dear students? We are going to get that x minus 8 whole square plus y plus 2 whole square is equal to 100, because 36 plus 64 is 100. So let's simplify it little. X square minus 16x, x square minus 16x plus 64 plus y square plus 4y plus 4 is equal to 100. So from here, what we are going to get, dear students? X square plus y square minus 16x plus 4y minus 32 is equal to 0. So this is the required equation of the circle. Now here I would like to tell you is that 2 point you can also conclude from here, that how to make sure that you have derived the equation correctly. Now let me use a different color just to verify your answer is done. You got the answer, but just to verify that whether you got the answer correctly or not. So we can do one thing. We can just rearrange this equation something like this: x square plus y square plus 2 into minus 8 into x plus 2 into 2 into y plus minus 32 is equal to 0. Now if you make an analogy with the equation x square plus y square plus 2 into g into x plus 2 into f into y plus c equal to 0. If you make an analogy, then what we are going to get? G is equal to what? Minus 8. F is equal to what? 2. And c is equal to what? Minus 32. So what is the center? Minus g minus f. That is 8 comma minus 2, which is absolutely satisfying here. 8 comma minus 2, we got it here. So that gives us the confidence, yes, whatever we have derived is correct. So what is the center we are going to get? Center we are going to get minus g minus 8. So g is minus 8. So minus g become minus of minus 8 become plus 8. And minus f is 8 comma minus 2. Exactly, it is actually satisfying. And we can also find the radius. So how to find the radius? Radius equal to square root of g square plus f square minus c. So 8 square plus f square 2 square minus of minus 32 plus 32, and you will get it actually 10 units, and which is there, we will find it out actually this 10 units. Sorry, not 10 units, g square plus f square minus c, g square plus f square minus c, that is equal to okay, the center we don't need to find it out because that is not required also, because that is not required as long as our verification of our result is concerned. Okay, because that is not required. Okay, so anyway, that if you at all verify, that should be equal to 6 square plus 8 square. Okay, anyway, that is not that important, but to finding the center, it actually gives you the confidence that here you did the question right. So with this note, I would like to conclude the class, dear students. Here in the next class we will discuss further topics related to circles, and with this note I conclude here. Thank you very much.